Hello. Hi, this is Carrie Amaro, and welcome to day 4 of our 12 days together. I'm excited because what do we talk about today? Inventory. And it's one of the subjects that I do love to talk about. So let's get started. Now, I'm going to start off with a statement that's probably a bit controversial for some, but most leaders misunderstand inventory. Why? Because inventory is not wealth. Inventory is responsibility. Inventory is a risk. If you don't overestimate it, it hurts you. If you underestimate it, it hurts you. If you don't measure it correctly, it blindsides you. Most business owners and executives lie to themselves about inventory, not intentionally, but emotionally. We have plenty of it. We're practicing lean processes. We're fine. Don't worry about it. We don't have an inventory problem. It's production, it's sales, it's everything else besides inventory. But every executive or business owner who has ever struggled with cash flow, throughput, or margin erosion eventually learns that inventory is the silent driver of operational health and financial stability. Now, I want us to review this in our own respective business, okay? So let's get started. Do you run out of critical materials at times? Do you carry too much slow moving stock? Do you discover obsolete inventory too late? This one I want you to be honest about because it does impact a lot of the things we just talked about. How are your costing practices? Do they reflect reality? Do you review the throughput and what slowed it down? Realizing too late that cash is tied up, but you thought that you were lean, right? Realizing when these inventory accuracy issues cause chaos in planning and production. I want you to pause and also identify times when your team spent more time searching for inventory that wasn't where it was supposed to be rather than moving it to its final destination for production. And also over relying on that gut feeling instead of measurable data. These problems aren't random, they aren't isolated, they're symptoms of an unclear inventory. And that's the truth. We have to please understand that inventory is not just this line item on our balance sheet. It is the nervous system of your operations, right? It affects everything from cash flow to lead time to customer delivery, customer satisfaction, throughput, capacity planning, labor allocation, everything that impacts your profit and cash flow. If inventory is wrong, everything built on top of it is going to be wrong too. Yet here is the emotional trap. Leaders lie to themselves about inventory because admitting the truth requires change. It requires better systems, better accountability, better disciplines, better forecasting, better process ownerships. Inventory reveals how mature your operations really are. I want to pause and I want you to consider if this statement is true. The most profitable companies protect their inventory practices with the same seriousness that they protect their money. And the question is, do you? And I know we're not on cash flow today, but I want to say this again, and I want you to really hone in on this. The most profitable companies protect their inventory practices with the same seriousness that they protect their money. Do you? Do you protect your inventory and do you protect your cash flow? We're going to talk about cash flow in a future session, but this is a question when you go back and replay this session, I want you to really think about your inventory practices and how seriously you're taking and making them in your daily operational practices in your business. Because the truth is, inventory is money, just in a different form. If you mismanage the inventory on your shelf, the money in your bank is going to go bye-bye. So let's get into it. Let's go over 3 remedial steps that you and your team can take today, this week, right now. Number 1, conduct a health inventory test. That means assessing turns, accuracy, aging, obsolescence, demand alignment, costing accuracy. And I want to say again, this is not the blame. This is not a blaming exercise. It's a clarity exercise. It's data. I do have a power session on inventory's impact on working capital. Feel free to pick that up at thewealthexec.com. It's intended for you to assess and start implementing in 24 hours. Let's get to number 2, which is implementing a weekly inventory accountability process, right? Not monthly, not quarterly, weekly, and for real. I'm not talking about something you forget. I want one matrix, one owner, one review. The reason why I say that is because inventory's health improves improves only through consistency, like anything else. Number three, I want us to seriously align our inventory strategy with our throughput goals, especially if you have a problem with obsolescence. We can start by asking questions such as, what do we actually need to support whatever cycle time we're in? Where do we see bottlenecks coming through? How do we discover what those are? What materials cause the most delay? What stock levels improve flow instead of disrupting it? Inventory is a throughput decision, not a storage decision. And remember, this is all data. Look at the situation. It's here. This isn't one person or one department's fault. Every department has ownership in ensuring that inventory flows right. It's about honestly tweaking that mindset of everyone to understand that they have ownership over how your inventory impacts cash. Why? At the end of the day, mindset and habits around this issue is everything. Why? Because we're looking for sustainable results and practices. Today, you walked away, I hope, with understanding why inventory kept creating hidden costs, why cash flow felt tight even when sales are increasing, why throughput stalled when it shouldn't have, why costing accuracy affects margin, why inventory requires discipline and not assumptions. I all know this, but it bears repeating. Inventory truth has a straight line to operational truth, and that has a straight line to profit, and that has a straight line to cash flow. In closing, I'm going to say something a little bit direct. Inventory is a thing. It doesn't lie. But leaders often do, not out of denial, but out of habit, fear, lack of visibility. Ask yourself the question, are you open to solving the puzzle? Because if you are, today begins a new chapter of operational clarity and execution. I know you got this, and I know you're that person who wants that clarity and that fluidity in your operations, or else you wouldn't have listened to the end. For additional resources and to explore ways that we can work together, join our masterclass at the Wealth Exec. I'd love to hear how you're liking the series. Stay tuned for day 5. DM me, message me, and please let me know if this is serving you. And I hope you didn't forget to download your workbook. This is Carrie Amaro, the Wealth Exec. Let's reach your goals together. See you soon. Bye.